Many thanks. I'm looking at my watch here in the same way Arlen Specter used to look at my watch here to give you a false sense of security that I'm actually here at the time. Chairman Carroll, the Reverend Dr. Mr. Burkett, sponsors, of course, many friends and colleagues, and you too, Terry. A few weeks ago, I got an email from Stacy Thomas Saturday morning at home. She asked if I wanted fish or beef, and was this bio okay? There was a little screw up. I was supposed to get something more official before that. I looked at it, picked fish, and said, "Hey, Patty," to my wife, I just got this award here from, and I looked down at the computer to see exactly what it said, and she says, "Oh yeah, right, don't tell me. It's that guy from Nigeria who wants to wants $5,000 from you, and then he'll throw you a party." I guess we all have a little bit of Rodney Dangerfield in us, and I felt it at that moment. It was a good recovery, and she pointed out, and this is the thing about this that is most important to me, that when your friends and colleagues think well of you, it's the best, and it really is. Rodney Dangerfield reappeared later when somebody here, I won't say who he or she is, pointed out that this award is a whole lot better than OJ used to get at DEP. At DEP, you got an award if someone needed a dinner speaker or a permit. Mark Gold and Joe Manco will remember this. About 40 years ago when I was at EPA, the young regulators wouldn't even sit down at a meal with the senior legal eagles that represented the bad guys. And I must say, things have changed. Now the companies have the young lawyers, and it's the regulators that are the regulators. The fact is that's not true. There is an important mix. It is a great mix of public and private, old and young, state, federal, local, NGOs, and the most important addition in those years, women. It is a real community, a vibrant community, growing one each year that I come here. It is a pleasure to see all the people that I don't know yet. That proves that things are continuing to move, and we have a good group. Indulge me for a moment in some personal observations. I want to tell you about Charles Lyle Seif, my father. He has been gone for 50 years now, but he continues to teach me every day. We had something really interesting back in the 50s in my home in Penn Hills outside of Pittsburgh. A dining room table. And we sat around it every night at dinner. Try it sometime. It's an old invention, and there was no phone there either because the phone cord wouldn't reach into that particular room. In that venue and in many others, he taught me much about the rule of law, some of the skills important in lawyering, mostly getting along with people, the pride of being in a learned profession and continuing to learn. A profession that had rules, some of them rules of decorum. Nice to see the neckties tonight. He also inoculated me against lawyer jokes, pointing out that when a lawyer does something or says something people don't like, remember, a client, a civilian, just paid him to do that. The client thinks it's great. I shudder to think what he would think now about the asbestos frauds, the Chevron thugs, the patent trolls, the vultures hovering over the British Petroleum Gulf Fund. I'm glad he hasn't seen them. I wish we had. In any event, he made me want to be a lawyer from a toddler on, and I remain to this moment glad that he did. Dorothy Thompson Seif. She sent me as a toddler and forever after to the College of Curiosity. She handed me a garter snake and says, "It won't hurt you." She opened an acorn and showed me the seedling. She helped me put the rotten tomatoes in the garden and make new plants. She was a scientist and a teacher. She lived to be 98 and was a teacher. And the Dean of the College of Curiosity to the end. To my wife, she is here tonight, and that gives me great pleasure. If she had had as much law school as some of you folks have had, she would probably understand why her questions to me are always met with a barrage of questions right back. Well, all you have to do is ask me if I love you, and you'll get a simple yes. My daughters are here, a most wonderful surprise. Lauren and Katie, thank you for being here. For the record, I want to say something about my presence here at the podium tonight. All the awardees who have preceded me, and many in the future, and many in this audience, are better lawyers than I am. Wait, let me try to clarify that and explain it a little bit. I don't want you to think I actually mean that. Except in a narrow sense. In spite of the fact that most of the lawyers who have had this honor have, as I do, and Terry does, the 2-digit bar identification number, going back to whenever the bar started. I have practiced less than they have. They have practiced longer. I recall when I joined EPA as regional administrator in 1985, Bruce Diamond and then his successor, Marshall Malky, were quite strict with me and said, "You better not try to practice law." I behaved myself. When I got to DEP, Mr. Bossert and then Mike Bedram gave me the same admonition. For some reason, they never said that to Dave Hess. Dave, you're here. Probably because they knew Dave was so used to practicing law illegally all the time. It may also have been the Dave, who, by the way, was the best deputy and the best secretary in the department's history. It may also be that all the laws we were trying to figure out were actually written by Dave, and then he wrote all the regs too. One more thing. Also, I want to say on the record, there is a whiff in this award that it's a career cap, that it's for the actor who may not get another gig. Well, let me tell you this, you heard it here. My career is not over, but these remarks are. Thank you so much.